Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay, good evening, Madhuri.
Good evening, sir.
Uh, so first of all, congratulations to you for cracking the first round of persistent and also advanced coding round also. Okay. As you have done a good job, for like cracking the advanced coding round, as it is a difficult, as you are, it is for the 7 lakh package. Okay. Okay. So now you have to prepare for the interview. Okay. So can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Madhuri Kalani. I am pursuing my seventh semester of Bachelor's of Technology in Information Technology from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. I have completed my schooling and secondary schooling from Solapur. I hail from a family consisting of my mother, my brother, and my father. I like to listen to music in my free time, and my technical skills are Python programming and relational databases. I'm currently looking up to working in an organization where I can put up my skills to test and learn several new technologies to work upon in the real life projects. That's about it.
Okay. Can you just highlight the important project that you have done in your academic?
Yes, sir. The current recent project which I have been working on is the examination process management. This project, sir, the basic idea for this project was taken from the instance because our college was going to be an autonomous college. So we had the platform wherein we could conduct examinations, but the processes such as the generation of the hall ticket, schedulation of the examination, etc., was to be done from the websites of the university. So we needed a platform of our own which was dedicated to our college to perform these activities. So basically, so I have been working on this project, which is nothing but examination process management. In this, currently the scope of my mini project is restricted to the student as the admin cell. The admin cell can host the exam or schedule the exam, and the student can view his exam schedule. He can fill the exam form, and as well the examination cell can register the students for the academic years. And so it's like whenever the student gives the exam, the result will also be generated, but this is currently out of the scope of my mini project. The further things which I have discussed, those out of the scope will be carried on in the final project. So that's about my current project.
Okay. Can you just tell me what are the various other modules in your project?
So the first module is the examination scheduling, which is done by the admin cell, which he can schedule. He will be displayed a list of all the current subjects. He can search the subjects on basis of the department, academic year, etc., and he can schedule the exam. The student can register himself or herself for the current academic year. If he is past all the examinations and he has no current backlog, then he will be promoted to the next class and registered for the next class with the exam cell. And the student can fill the exam form, in wherein in the exam form he will be able to view the current subjects allotted to him, and as well he will be given the choice to select the elective subjects. Once the exam is scheduled, the student can view his timetable. The exam to be carried out will be carried out on our platform, which is already existing, that is the Moodle platform of WIT. And once the exam is over, the results will be displayed on the particular dashboard of the student. And yes, so that's about this. And admin is currently the one who is scheduling the exam, the one who is promoting the students, and the one who is responsible for updation of the student details and the courses, etc.
Okay. Can you just highlight like what are the tools that you are used in the project? softwares?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the technology stack of my project was Java and relational databases. In Java, particularly, we have used the Spring framework for the UI, and so for that, the tools, the IDEs which we have used is NetBeans and MySQL Workbench.
Okay. So, what about your role in the project?
So my role is currently concentrated on working upon the database, and so I have been learning the basics of Swing as well. But my major role is in the database parts.
Okay. And is there like are you a leader in the project?
Yes, sir, I am leading the group. This group is this project is actually a merged activity of two groups. So I am among. So our team has two group leaders, and I'm among one of them.
Okay. Okay. So, have you faced any challenge in the project?
Yes, sir. The biggest challenge which I have faced is currently I was used to working in Python, sir, and then I had to go and learn about the syntaxes in Java, which was quite confusing because the syntaxes sometimes gets messed up. Also, sir, the driver first thing the connection which we were to be established using the database, the driver was not compatible, sir. The biggest task was to find the version of the driver which was to be compatible with the NetBeans ID which we were using, and also sir, the challenges such as collaborating between the UI and the database, we have overcome that, sir. We have been sharing the code on WhatsApp by using the zip files, and on the GitHub as well. And for connecting well, we have used Google Meets, through which we were collaborating, and we have overcome the factor of the distance which we all are facing during the pandemic.
Okay. So, how you are managed this remote team working?
So remote team working, basically we used to host Google Meets, so, and in Google Meet, one of us would present and the others would help him out while working. So there was continuous involvement of each and every person in the group in working in every aspect. So we used to communicate via Google Meet, and also for sharing the code, we have used GitHub, the platforms such as GitHub, as well as WhatsApp, in which we would share the zip folders of the updated work. And the next team, basically, we had divided the teams into two parts, that is database and the UI. So next day, the updated work was carried on smoothly from the last checkpoint.
Okay. Okay. So, have you done any internship?
Yes, sir. I have done an internship in Django framework in Python, sir.
Okay. Can you just highlight what is the task that you have done?
Yes, sir. So I was given a choice to build a project of my choice. So I had chosen the blogging website as my choice of project in the internship. For this internship, I was given the period of two months, um, wherein the training was provided to us, and we had to explore on ourselves also the skills as in the things which we were required, the modules which we were required to put it in our project, and we were given the guidance and the training for around a month and a half, and then we were told to like build the projects, and certain corrections in these projects were expected. So I have done those corrections and presented the projects.
Okay.
So it was a program of 2 months in all over.
Okay. 2 months. Uh, okay. Now come back to your project as you are done on the database part. Okay. So, can you
Yes.
tell me the difference between DBMS and RDBMS?
So database management system is it deals with the databases, and relational databases is the phenomena in which the table in which the data which we store in the database is related using the tables. For the relation between tables is maintained between using a common attribute, and this is generally referred to as referential integrity, that is foreign key, which we refer to. So relational database is more concentrated over establishing relationships among the data which are stored in the tabular format.
Okay. And what are the advantages of DBMS?
Yes, sir. DBM is the file system which we currently, there are two wayouts in which we could store the data. In the file systems, we could store data, but the retrieval of the data was very difficult as compared to the databases. And databases, we were able to host the databases on the network, and this we had the certain security, that is in the data control language we are having two commands, that is grant and revoke, which will provide the necessary authorizations. That is, if you are an authorized user of the database, then you are allowed to perform certain set of operations, while in file system there was no security provided. And in database, so the database in database, this feature is maintained, as in the security feature is maintained.
Okay.
So I feel so this is an advantage which we all need while sharing the data over a network.
Okay. So what do you understand by the data redundancy?
So redundancy is generally referred to as the repetition in data or the data which is not generally required.
Okay.
So for removing data redundancy in RDBMS, we use the concept of normalization.
Okay. So can you tell me the various relationship in the database, the types of relationships?
Yes, sir, I can. Basically, the relationships in the database are classified in three types. That is, one is to one relationship, many is to one relationship, and many is to many relationship. In a one is to one relationship, what happens is the tables which are participating in the relationship, in which every entity of the first table is mapped to a single entity of the second table. And what happens in one is to many is the entity from the first table, the single entity is mapped to one or many instances or the entities of the table, which is the other table which is participating in this relationship. And in many to many relationship, it is generally like many instances of the first entity from the table can map to one or many instances from the second table.
Okay. So can you tell me difference between normalization and denormalization?
So these are totally the reverse phenomenon. In normalization, we try to remove the redundant data, and we try to normalize the data as much as possible. In denormalization, what we do is we sort of add the redundancy and check whether our database qualifies for all the normalization processes or not. So these two phenomena are interrelated, generally, sir, because if we are able to identify what the redundancy in our data is, then only we will be able to normalize it. So denormalization generally will lead to normalization. In denormalization, you should be able to visualize what the redundancy in your data is, what type of redundancy it is, and how you could remove it, and what fits the best in the normalization for your data.
Okay. What are the different type of normalization?
So, in the different types of normalizations are the first normal form, the second normal form, the third normal form, and the Boyce-Codd normal form.
Okay. So can you just differentiate the between first normal, second normal form, third?
Yes, sir. In the first normal form, the basic requirement for for your table or the database to be in first normal form is it should not contain multi-valued attributes.
Okay.
That is for a single cell, that is a single cell which represents the data of a single attribute for a single instance, should not contain more than one value. And for second normal form generally is described as two necessary conditions. The database should be in the first normal form for the database to be in the second normal form, and it should not contain any partial dependency. Partial dependency, as in the part that is the functional dependency is generally which suppose for an instance an attribute A which determines an attribute B. In this, an attribute A is a determinant attribute, and the attribute B is the dependent attribute. So, if a part of candidate key is determining attributes, then this generally leads to partial dependency. This should not be there for your database to be in the second normal form. And for the third normal form, your database should be in the second normal form, and it should not contain any transitive dependency. Transitive dependency defines as in for every dependency A determines B determines C, A should not determine C in any case. So this is the condition for third normal form. And Boise-Codd normal form is again the database should be in the first and normal form, second normal form, and the third normal form as well for for your database to be in the Boise-Codd normal form. It is generally referred to as a stricter form of 3NF. And so the condition is for a functional dependency, for every functional dependency of the relation, the the determining attribute or the attribute towards the right hand side should be a prime attribute or a part of a candidate key.
Okay. Okay. Good. Can you tell me what is SQL?
Yes, sir. SQL stands for structured query language. This is a language which is used for which we use while interacting with the databases. With this language, we can this language is bifurcated into four category. That is DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL. DDL stands for data definition language, wherein we can manipulate the schemas of the database, and the commands which comprise of which are in the DDL category are the alter command, the truncate command, the drop command, the create command. And the second category of the structured query languages, data manipulation language, that is DML. And the commands which are bifurcated in this category are insert, update, delete, and select. And the DCL stands for data control language. And the two important commands of this category are grant and revoke. And TCL stands for transaction control language. Here, the two important commands are commit and rollback.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what are the advantages of SQL?
Yes, sir. With the help of SQL, we are able to interact with the database. We can perform the operations such as manipulation and management of the data, and we are able to perform the crude operations on the data. The crude operations generally referred to create, retrieve, update, and delete, which we need to perform on our data, because the data which cannot have these crude operations properties is the data of no use. Because if you have the data, you need it in some time to process over it, to visualize it, and to use it in deriving conclusions. So SQL helps us in interaction with the database. Also, one more feature of the SQL is it is consistent. Like it does not change for like while the implementation in every programming language is different, the SQL will not change in any programming language. It will remain throughout the same. Like it has no syntactical changes. It will remain consistent throughout the application, whatever your applications or whatever your languages will be.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now, like we'll shift to some other subject. Can you tell me which is your favorite subject?
So database is the only one.
Okay. Okay. Uh, can you tell me about some of the concepts in computer networking concepts?
Yes, sir. So generally, a network is, in its simplest sense, is nothing but when two computers are connected to each other via a media. It's nothing but a network, which is generally whenever your computers are connected using a physical medium, they communicate with the help of the MAC address, which is in the NIC card, that is NIC card of your computer. But for the communication to be established over the network, over the internet between the computers, there had to be, because there can be systems of different configurations and architectures which need to communicate with each other. So in order to ease this heterogeneity between the devices, some protocols had to be established. So the protocol of OSI reference model came into existence in computer networks, which was developed by ISO, that is International Organization of Standardization. So basically, this OSI reference model has 7 layers. First is the physical layer, second is the data link layer, third is the network layer, fourth is the transport layer, fifth is the session layer, sixth is the presentation layer, and the seventh is the application layer. So here, every layer performs its own sets of roles in establishing communication between the devices over the internet.
Okay.
So I find this as an important concept in CM, so I described
Okay.
regarding those references.
So as you told in OSI model, there are seven layers are there. Okay.
Yes.
So can you just tell me what are the protocols with respect to the layers?
Yes, sir. The application layer, which is the topmost layer, has certain protocols such as HTTP, HTTPS, file transfer protocol, through which we can communicate between the devices or we can establish a connection. These are the necessary protocols. And the session layer maintains the session. The presentation layer will do the work of translation. So there are basically there are no protocols in the session in the presentation layer. As in the presentation layer, what it will do is it will take the data which is in the form of characters and digits from the application layer, and it will convert it into the machine understandable binary language, binary code. So it does not deals with the protocol kind of scenario. In the session layer, the session is maintained. Also, the user is authenticated and authorized. So there is again no rule of protocols over here. But the two necessary protocols which are required while establishing the connection are the TCP protocol and the UDP protocol. That is the that are described in the transport layer. TCP will what it will do is it will establish it will the communication will be established in a connection oriented manner, and in UDP the connectionless communication is established. In TCP, the feedback of the client regarding the receiving of the data is necessary. In UDP, it's not necessary. Generally, broadcast messages are delivered in UDP wherein the feedback is not necessary, and it addresses to a large number of audience. These are the things where the protocols come into picture in the OSI reference model.
Okay. So can you tell me TCP IP model? How many layers are there in the TCP IP model?
So I guess there are 5 layers in that.
Okay. So compared with the OSI model, which are the two layers are absent in the not included in the TCP IP model?
So I think the network layer and the data link layer are merged over there.
Okay.
So and so the further things I could not really recollect. So I
Okay. Okay.
recollected only this
Okay.
much.
Can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. It's currently in the sharing mode only.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, so so can you just open the online editor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Wait. So can you write a program to find the factorial of a number using the recursion?
Yes, sir. I will give it a try, sir.
Yeah.
So should I run it for an
Yeah.
input?
Yeah.
So any input which you would like to suggest?
-2. You could just enter -2.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Just a minute. I need to modify this program. minus 2. So what happens for this is we can compute factorial numbers only for the
First,
positive series because
for negative numbers, you print a message.
okay sir. So what should I print?
Like provide the positive integer.
Okay. This is because we have handled this. I can handle this. Okay, just a minute. What we can do is x1 x2 is equals to will pass a string return s and print t. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you check with any other number?
Yes, sir. I'll provide a positive number as an input.
Okay. Okay. Good. So can you write one more program?
Yes, sir.
Program to accept the strings which contains vowels, which contain all the
Oh,
vowels. Okay, means
oh,
you need to print like whether it is accepted or not accepted. Okay, so your
um,
string should contain all the vowels. All vowels means
okay, okay,
A,
sir.
I, O, U.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, sir. So could I please erase
yeah,
this the
yeah,
code in
yeah,
this
yeah,
window?
yeah,
We need
yeah.
it.
No, you can erase it.
Okay. So the test cases will like all the vowels should be present
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
string.
All vowels in a
Okay.
string.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
sir. X will be our input and we'll check it using. I'm noting return. So is there any constraint like the input will be only alphabets, no?
Yeah, yeah. Alphabets.
Oh, okay. So should I run
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So could you please suggest an input?
Like okay. Uh, Walchand.
Watch. So that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So you like take one string that contains all the vowels. Okay. Like for example, you
Yes.
start with your name and add some in between the vowels. Okay. You start with your name. Okay.
Yes.
Then A. Okay.
E.
Okay.
Yes.
Then Solapur. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then E. Okay, now check it out. Okay, okay, good. Okay, now like so how good with your pattern type of examples means how you can solve? Have you done any pattern type of the programs have you done?
Yes, sir. In the early stages of my practice, I have done
Okay,
those. I'll give it a try,
okay,
sir.
okay. You can write a code. Okay. So what you do? You can you open the paint?
Paint. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now you can just type.
Yes, sir.
You can select that text one. Text.
Text box.
No, not text box. That text A symbol is there, no, to write content.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just type five times.
Five. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you increase the size of the font?
Yes, sir. Just a minute. I'll increase.
Yeah.
Is this fine? So I have to
Yeah, yeah.
increase the box.
You write it once again. Five times.
Just a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. No problem.
I'll shift the box.
No, you can just select that that in the home menu in the home
Yes, sir.
that A option is there, no, that to write the yeah, you just select it. Okay. Now type five times.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the below write
Yes.
down four times. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Enter. Next line. Three times. Two
Yes,
times.
sir. Two times. Okay.
Next one. Okay.
One.
Okay. So you just create this type of pattern by writing code.
So you do not need an user input. No? I'll try for this
Yeah,
pattern
yeah.
only.
Only for this pattern.
Oh, okay. So I'll give it a try. So just a minute. I'll
Yeah,
give it a
yeah.
try. So
Okay, good. Actually, in the last interview, one of the student got the same question. Okay, means the interview asked the same this type of pattern for a higher package interview. Okay, good. Okay, you can
yes, sir.
stop the sharing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now regarding your any other academic subjects, so can you tell about what is agile model?
Yes, sir. I'll try. So basically, the existence of the agile model is because before the flourishment of the agile model, water flow model was very popular. And the stages of a software development life cycle are first is checking the feasibility of the project, second requirement gathering and analysis basically. Next is the design, and then is the coding and testing phase. Then is the integration and the system check, and the last phase is the maintenance phase. So the basically these phases were in the waterflow model. What was happening is in the input of the next stage was the output of the previous stage. So at any time, if your customer changes the requirement, you could not turn back to the previous stage and reiterate and develop your software again as per the changing requirements. So this came out to be a rigid model. So to overcome this shortcoming, agile model came into existence. Agile is an iterative software development model. In agile, basically, our software is bifurcated into iterations. the smaller iterations. The smaller iterations are built and deployed, and we can in agile what we can do is after an iteration is completed, we can again come back to the previous phases. We can again we can again make our project sustainable to the changing requirements as suggested by the user. That is the for every iteration a user or the customer will provide us a feedback with, and we can come up with the changes which he needs in the upcoming iterations. This agile model is basically based on the continuous involvement of the customer in terms of feedback, and then developing the software model.
Okay. So can you just tell me why it is so popular? Like if you compare with the and why it's popular and why it is more successful compared with the other software development models?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I have attended an Agile Summit, which was in this year, 2021. It was a sponsored seminar which I had got from my college. So this was Agile Summit, and basically it was for the organizations and the corporate sectors. In like in this pandemic, like they are facing the problem in which they could collaborate and work upon their softwares. So, sir, the company, in order to improve the quality of the software, as well as involving the customers and increasing the level of satisfaction of the customer by meeting their changing requirements, this agile model is used over there. And the methodology which is most commonly used in corporate sectors, which I came to know from the summit, is the Scrum methodology. In Agile Scrum methodology, there are three major roles. One is the product owner, then next is the Scrum Master, and then is the team. The product owner basically will he will keep the record of the product backlog, in which the requirements regarding the products are specified over there. And in each sprint is nothing but an iteration in the Scrum methodology. So in every sprint, the Scrum Master will look after what is the agenda of the sprint. Sprint is nothing but an iteration over a period of time which is to be planned in order to achieve a certain part of your project. So the Scrum Master will plan and organize the Scrum and the daily meetings of the sprint, and then he will guide the team as and when, and help the team as and when required. And the team is a collection of the people of a cross-functional people who are good at different aspects and different technologies, and they come together and work in as a project in a project as a whole as a whole. And in the daily meeting, a particular member from the team or the contributing staff to the software has to answer these three questions: that what did I do yesterday, what am I going to do today, and what help do I need. These three agendas are discussed, and based on this, the Scrum Master then takes the decision what is to be done with the team, and in the sprint what is to be achieved, and then the details are conveyed to the product owner.
Okay.
So this insights I got. Actually, it was a corporate oriented agile summit, but yet I got to learn about how the corporate actually
Yeah,
works.
good. Do you know any other agile tools like Kanban chart or burn down chart?
Yes, in bottom chart, so basically we check the effort versus the time, and that is the efficiency which a particular worker puts down into, and what task is to be achieved, how much efficient I am in doing the things. This is the personal as what I can say is it is a personal progress diary which every individual should use in to check what what task he is done in, what tasks are to be done, and how much is the efficiency in each task, that is the effort that is put in.
Okay, good. Okay. Now finally, like, why you want to join the persistent?
So, as I had mentioned, I would like to work in an organization where I would be given choices to work on in the latest current domains, because I want to grow professionally as an individual. So Persistent, as we know, is a product-based companies can provide me this opportunity wherein I can use the skills which I have acquired in my degree, and the training which the company gives in the latest technologies. I can, with the combined effect of that, I can I will try to serve the company. So I think persistent will best drive this purpose. So I would like to join this company for providing my services as well as the growth of the company and my professional growth as well.
Okay. So in which area you want to work in PSPL? The area of interest.
So if given interest, so I would like to work in the my area of interest, that is databases. And if a cutting edge technology is given only, so then I would like to go for artificial intelligence or cloud computing. So.
Okay. Okay. Now there is a one situation like you have to do with a project with 5 people whom you hate.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There are 5 people are there whom you hate. So how will you manage?
So basically, hatred is what is related to my personal choice. So it should not affect my professional life. I'll try my best that I do not mix up my professional and the choices of my professional and personal lives, so that this will not affect the current ongoing project of the company. If I'm allotted to work in a team, I would like to act professionally with them, and would like to work and collaborate with them so that I could come up with a solution for the company, rather than just being gambling upon that I do not want to work upon certain set of people. This is not the way which we behave in corporate, sir. We tend to work with the people. We tend to organize with the people. So I have been working as a coordinator of CSI and a class representative since the last 2 years. So there are certain instances wherein I do not like a certain group of people, but yet I have to work and collaborate with them, because so these are the skills that besides being technically sound, we need to have these skills in corporate, like communicating with the people, handling a certain group of people, working with them, collaborating with them, and coming up with certain solutions for the company.
Okay. Okay. Now suppose if there are two graduates, that means the two team members. One is brilliant but lazy and arrogant, and other team member is not brilliant but he's sincere and hardworking. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
you have to give a appraisal. Whom you will give the better?
So for the appraisal, I have to consider the working progress of both the candidates. And as you have specified from the traits that the lazy person, even though being he is intelligent, he is not contributing to his extent in the company. So as the name of the company, persistent is what it is required for the success. That is, persistent means itself implies like continuous effort. So going with the name and the principle of the company, I would give an appraisal to the candidate who is continuously working hard, though he's not able to he's not able to come up with the solutions, but yet he's trying. So for me, trying is more over winning, sir, because if you have intelligence and if you do not have the will to provide it as a service, then that intelligence is of no use. I think a person who is consistent, who can learn new things, when given opportunities, can come up to be brighter than the person who has intelligence but does not have a will to work, because the hard work always beats talent. So
Okay.
this is what I believe.
Okay. Okay, good. Can you tell me about your family?
Yes, sir. I basically have a family of comprising of my mother, my father, and my brother. My father is a businessman. My mother is a housewife, and my brother is currently studying in standard 12th. He's pursuing the CA course in commerce field.
Okay. And what about your college?
So my college is Walton Institute of Technology, sir. It has now become an autonomous college, bringing up to bringing up the opportunities for internships and better uh, hope for the students to come up as an industry ready person. So sir, I'm proud of my college for this achievement. And also, sir, my college has contributed in my journey in a large extent. My faculty members have helped me in every hour of requirement, as in when I have required them, I have uh, gone to them for suggestions, for my doubts, and they are all open, always open, and they're ready to help at any juncture. And so my head of the department, that is Elmaji Lobo sir, is and a very kind person. He has various research papers in artificial intelligence and the cutting edge technologies. So he always encourages us to look over in the domains which are as and when required in in the industry. So my college is definitely promoting me to be an industry ready person, and is trying in every possible way that I get the dream company. I get my dream company.
Okay. Okay. Now, as you are shortlisted for the 7 lakh package in Persistent. Okay. Suppose if you get any better opportunity from other company with 10 lakh or more than 10 lakh, so what you do that time? You want to go with Persistent or any other company?
So, money is definitely an important factor, but it is not the only factor. This is what I consider. Because if that company is not giving me an exposure to the technologies, to the current emerging technologies, and is going to like not contribute to my professional growth, then I would think upon Persistent as my option. So because the ambience and the culture of promoting a healthy competition and the professional growth among the employees or the freshers is what I find in a company to be of my choice. So sir, money is obviously an important factor, but sir, I would consider these factors as well, and I'm open to other offers as well. But sir, definitely to think upon, I have not only money as a factor, but the factors which I mentioned also to be thought upon.
Okay. Okay, good. See, Madhuri, as from last 40 minutes, okay. So based upon you are damn good in the communication and technical and all. Okay, your project details. Okay, so what you do? Still, just you revise the concepts. Okay, you are gone through
Yes, sir.
all the like the other subjects and I think your projects and all. I think you are the only person that you are involved in all the other modules of your project. Okay, so with the same confidence you attempt the persistent interview. Okay, there as you know there will be two technical interviews. So this may change based upon the performance. They may conduct only one technical interview and directly HR. Okay, it is also happened
Okay, sir.
sometime. So it is depend upon the you how you like face the interview. Okay, so you just your confidence level and all it is good. Okay, for the and you are capable for this higher package. Okay, and I can see that even the pass out student, the